Hello everybody. So today we are going to make peach gatto. We are going to use fatty sponge for that. Okay. Uh, Equipments which I use for your peach gatto are your cake board, okay, turntable, piping bag with big star nozzle which we have already placed inside here, your knife for cutting your peach, palette knife, serrated knife, spatula, brush, dough scraper and comb for garnishing. The ingredients which I use for peach gatto are your vanilla patless sponge, okay, then your sugar syrup, whipped cream, peach, these are tin peach. Some of them even use fresh ones also, but there is a process in that. You have to boil the fresh ones in the sugar syrup and then you have to use those. And these are your glazed cherries. We are going to use them for garnish. What we are going to do now is that we are going to cut this cake in half. Because of this height, I am just going to cut it into half, but there are normally cakes which are there outside which are cut into 3 parts also. So it all depends on how you want to cut, okay, and how many layers you want. So here I'm just going to cut it into one half here. So what I'm going to do is, see, it is very important that how you are cutting it. Your knife has to be stable, because if, see, normally what I do is I just do a small marking like this, just right in between here. Okay. I continue doing like this. Turntable is very important, and but at home if you don't have turntable, you can just do it on a tin also, on the back of the tin. It is very easy on that also. So just write in half like this, okay. So once this marking is done, see, I have reached the point here now where I had started. Now what I am going to do is I am going to slide my knife slightly inside like this, okay. Continue doing that. Slowly I am going. See, here it is very important that the knife is not going like this or like this. It is straight. The knife is moving straight like this. Okay. It's very, very important. Otherwise, your cake will be very uneven inside. Okay. So, can you see, I have actually, my knife has come right through it, which means I had made sure that I have cut inside. Now this, I will just pick this up and place it over here. Okay. Going to take sugar syrup. Guys, understand that you cannot put too much sugar syrup also over here, nor very less also. If you are going to put too much sugar syrup, the cake is going to become very, very soggy, and there are chances that it will fall apart. It wouldn't be able to hold. And if you put too less sugar syrup, it is going to become dry. So it is very important that you put a required amount of sugar syrup over here. It is very, very important, okay. Like this, you just place the sugar syrup here like this, okay. Now normally in the college, we make the cake and then immediately we cut it and then we ice it. But in the hotels and all, if you see, what they do is they make the cake and they keep it in the fridge. They allow it to set because the texture becomes dense, slightly dense, and because of which the cake holds, the icing holds on the cake. So that's the reason it is important. So what I am doing is, see, if you want to throw this away, this crumbs which had come while cutting the cake, you can throw that away. If you don't want to throw that away and just put it inside, that also you can do. It is just up to you what you want to do with it, okay. Okay, once this is done, this is our whipped cream. Now whipped cream here is again very important, because if my whipped cream is over whipped, okay, we will be doing one video in which we will be showing you how to whip the whipped cream, okay, with the machine. So it will be very easy for you to understand what consistency the whipped cream is there. So you will understand how we are going to use it. Now here it is, before using the whipped cream, just make sure you nicely mix this properly here, okay, and just place this here like this. My knife, if you see how I am moving it, see, like this. My knife has to move like this, okay. See, here again I am making sure that I am not applying too much pressure. If I apply too much pressure on the cake, all the crumbs are going to come on the whipped cream. I don't want that to happen over here. Okay, so I'm very lightly just spreading this. Okay, here. Very, very light. See, again, this will come with practice. The more you practice, you will understand how to do that. If you think there is less whipped cream, you can always put a little more here. Okay, and just spread this like this here. Okay. Now, in the initial video, we had showed you a peach gatto, which was like half in size. Those are tin ones. I have already chopped this. Okay. Now I'm just going to put this on this. There is lot of sugar syrup also in the tin, so please do not use the tin sugar syrup, because that is going to just spread out, you know, and it will not be able to hold. So just try and squeeze out all the sugar syrup and put this thing, the peach. Your palette knife. Now when you are mixing the peach, normally some people what they do is just spread this like this, but what I prefer is to mix a slight whipped cream inside it, okay, like this, so that it gets nicely inside like this. Now I have used only peach here, but you can use pineapple, you can use strawberry, okay, the fruits, what mixed fruits, so you can use all different types of fruits here, okay. Just make sure this is not going on the sides. Can you see now this has been kind of mixed inside it? It is very important. Now just if you saw when I had cut it, the top part what I had placed over here. See, this is a little uneven part here, so I am not going to use that uneven part on top of it. If you need a nice finish to the cake, what you normally do is, this has a nice finish over here on top, so just place that on top here and press that thing. Okay, this looks. Again, sugar syrup on it. And then the whipped cream. Every time you use the whipped cream, please make sure that you mix it. Now here also you cannot mix it with your whisk, because you will just deflate the whipped cream completely. So be careful about that part also. Don't over mix it also. I'm just taking a small part over here, and again the same movement here. Very lightly you just move like this. See, now I am working in a AC room. Okay, we have to understand that part also. And because what happens is, if you're working in a area where it is slightly hot, there are a lot of chances that the whipped cream is going to start melting. Okay, so you have to be super fast when you are working. If you see, what I have done is, I have first created a base on top, and now I am going to slightly go on the sides. I have made my top is ready here. Okay, and then I slightly go on my sides. See, if there are too many crumbs over here, just make sure that you clean the crumbs, because those crumbs are going to be a lot of problems in the whipped cream. They will be seen when the cake is finished. Okay, so we don't want all that. Go straight like this. Now if you see, there is a slight sponge stain over here. Okay, so which means this areas require more this thing, whipped cream. So I'm going to take more whipped cream and I'm going to apply on it. Now I had done one problem is, so just make sure it's done. Now what I'm going to do is, see, I am going to just straight like this. So because of this, my cake will have a nice finish on the sides. It's very important that you keep cleaning your this thing, your palette knife, because if the crumbs come in your cake or this whipped cream, you wouldn't be able to remove them, and it will be very much visible. So we don't want that to happen. Now we have finished the sides. You can see a nice clean side here. Now what we are going to do is, we want a nice clean finish on the top here also. So what we are going to do is, just with the plain palette knife, go straight like this. There are many people, they even use hot water also to get a nice clean finish. But I frankly speaking, I don't prefer it, because what happens is this starts melting and you have to be really quick, you know, while doing that. So this. I'm going to clean my keyboard here. Okay, so this is our cake. Now what we are going to do is we are going to garnish it. See, my piping bag is already ready over here, and there is this nozzle, this big star nozzle we've already here. See, this is your piping bag and this is your nozzle. What we do is just take this nozzle and just put it inside like this, so it comes right here. We fold this part. This is what I prefer to do, is because I can hold this with my fingers like this, and then I can put all the whipped cream here. So it becomes slightly easy for me to do. Press this, let the whipped cream come down. A very simple design we are going to do over here. We will be doing a small video about piping techniques also. So in that we will teach you different nozzles with different designs. Okay. So now what you do is, इसको कोई hold कर सकता है. आशीष कर. Just hold this thing. Yeah. Yes. Bilang balik. Okay, so we finished here. This now peach. I'm not going to cut them bigger slices, thin slices. Okay, not very thin also, you should be able to handle them. this is just one garnish we are showing you. Not necessarily it has to be done like this only. It all depends on your creativity, what you want to do. Just adjust them, okay? Because the size of your peach is a little big, small, so a little adjustment has to be done accordingly. And the last one. Actually, this one is not required, I guess. Just now we can do is just cut over cherry on this particular. Okay. And if you want, you can put peaches here also, but according to me it will look too much for a garnish. You can put cherries also here, so it all depends on you how you want to garnish. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you.
Det var professional.
Mm.